Hey guys, doing today? I thought let's do kind of a two-in-one. Let's try and solo a giant and talk about, let's be honest, the whole truth that is behemoths, just the whole general consensus, because even newer players are trying to play Call of Dragons, and honestly, they are struggling to kill behemoths because behemoths are just so hard to kill in the early game, especially for free-to-play players and obviously the low spenders that do not have T5, right? So what we got today is, am I going to be able to solo a giant? I don't know. It's 500k. We've got only my troops in here. I'm in like the Farm Alliance for a little bit of fun. And we're going to just try and solo it, right? We're going to solo it with 250k T5 units just to show it off with my Syndron. Obviously, Frega, just to put it on there. If you want to know the talent page I'm running, this is my talent page I'm running. If you're wondering why, it's kind of my PvP one. That's why I've got 15% march speed. But this does help you technically in raids just to get in and out of damage quicker too. So it's kind of good, right? So let's just get this show on the road and let's just honestly talk about it. Because you can see I'm already melting this with my T5 units, right? And I've not even got into using my Shadow Blades or now in the first proper raid cycle where we're getting real damage coming in, right? Look at that. Wow. One Shadow Blaze, they took out a third of its damage there, and it's going to force it to go into this little area. So let's start doing what we need to do. Kill these things as you do. But a lot of you are probably watching this, and this is where I kind of wanted to put this in the background and see if it's viable, and it looks like clearly it is, right? Just how easy it is to kill these things with T5, but when you're in a T4 alliance and you just don't have T4 players, well, T5 players in that T4 alliance, just to give you, honestly, the damage you need, or even just the HP to soak it, right? You're not able to complete a lot of the content. And yes, I know the devs have done the goodwill gesture where they've made it so when you go into a behemoth raid or when a behemoth raid unlocks, the longer and longer it comes out in your season, it becomes weaker and weaker. So it becomes a little bit easier, right, over time for you to go for. So maybe you don't kill it in the first, couple of weeks. Maybe it takes you a couple of weeks after, and then you're good to go, right? So the thing is, right, that's all well and said and done, but you need those behemoths kind of right there and then, right? Because the whole point of the behemoth too, if you remember, right, it's not just to get these PvE rewards. It's not just to get the frame, right? It's actually so you're able to get, this PvP beast in your alliance on the behemoth field, right? And you can summon it, right? You're going to be able to summon it on the field and try and help you, push through the content, right? So you can see with just my T5 unit, I was able to easily pump through this, and I was letting it even hit me at the end just to, showcase how tanky T5 are compared to T4. And the thing is, I know this isn't an elite raid, and obviously in an elite raid, I do think I'm going to need at least maybe 5 T5, and we're able to probably complete the entire raid. I'm going to be honest with you, right? And that is just not on, right? When it comes to behemoths, this is honestly one of the most fun areas I actually think free-to-play players enjoy doing, right? Because, in PvP, they're going to get smashed around. Let's be honest. And they accept that. They accept that they're free-to-play, and if a T5 player comes around, they're going to get fucking destroyed. But when it comes to a behemoth raid, this is the one piece of content where, honestly, it doesn't really benefit it being so difficult. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with each other, devs. Me and you and the community, all in the comment section, probably down below, will agree there's no real benefit making this difficult, right? Because what you should do, in my humble opinion, is as soon as you get a T4 unit unlocked, imagine whatever the stats on the average player is, right? You just get that average stats and you just say, for the Thunder Rock, for example, right? Or even if we were just going back over to the Giant, 40 T4 players with that, set of tech, which is the average tech for most players, can kill the behemoth. Let's just say that. Make it easier. You don't need to make it any more easier through the seasons. Just set a baseline that everyone has to have. And then what's beautiful about this is obviously the T5 that you get in your alliance, right, and you put into your team, that's what's going to speed up the games. That's what's going to make it more competitive for the giant frames. That's why you're already seeing some teams try and max out purely on T5 to get that speed, right? So you can see where it's already heading. So why not just play into it what the community wants instead of making it this weird system that makes no sense? On top of this, what I actually think that they could do, and this is going to probably scare the devs again, but why not reintroduce the way the behemoths work back in beta? I'm going to be honest, back in servers 4 to about servers, I want to say 15 to 20. You guys know what I'm talking about. Because originally when it came to raids, especially in the home kingdom, if you completed this giant raid, which had obviously counterattack damage dealt, you come up to this one. This has Legion March speed. So that's 2 different behemoths I can get rewards for, right? If we come up to this giant, it's hero skill damage dealt. That should be a 3rd set of rewards that we can grab, right? If you come down here, we've got a duplicate, right? So we can't get those rewards. However, back in beta, you was. The way beta worked was if you actually just participated within that alliance raid, so you had to be in the alliance, right? You would have got those rewards. And I think that's just the way the game could be again. Like, people are complaining, and including myself, like, there's just not enough rewards, and you keep stripping rewards and not thinking on how you can implement changes to current systems you have. So why not just give players back the ability? If I wanted to clear every single one of these, let me clear them. Because it's a one-time event, guys. It's not like this is going to be duplicate over and over. This can just apply in the home kingdom if you want. But it would allow players, again, in home kingdoms, free to play. For example, they could complete a season, come do all of this raids here, and get a really good free-to-play, you know, system going. And then the next season comes, those guys play, spend the gems on the events that you want them to spend gems on. And then when it moves on to the next season, maybe the home kingdom comes down into Zoland on purpose and just starts to clear this one out. And you can see just over time, they can take it however they want to, right, as an approach. And it's a one-time reward. It's just one time. Once you've cleared the behemoth, you've done, right? So I just think they should allow players to get these gems, get these speed ups, get these, just everything that you're able to get all the time. Because these rewards for free-to-play players are honestly massive, and for players. And I would expect, if you implemented this change, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of players would be very happy. And I would probably imagine a large portion of free-to-play players that might have quit the game might start up now because they can make a jumper account, they can get these going, they can then jump, right, and then start fresh again and keep going. So, like, there's all these different systems that you can put with the behemoths that just make sense, right? And at the moment, nothing makes sense. I'm going to be honest, it just doesn't make sense, especially when it comes to behemoths, how difficult they truly are to kill. It just makes no sense, and me being able to just kind of solo it right here with T5 just kind of ridiculous, right? Maybe I might make a follow-up, and if you want me to do a follow-up, I'll check it out. Maybe I can try and solo the Hydra. Maybe we can try and solo the Magma. Let's just do some crazy soloing with T5 only. If you want me to do that, let me know, right? But yeah, that's going to be kind of the video talking about behemoths. I want to know your guys' thoughts down below. How would you like the devs to actually approach these behemoths? How would you like them, you know, to fix them? Would you like the reward structure I talked about? Like, does it make sense? Does it make sense, right? So with all that said, you know what to do. Smash like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next one, stay safe, stay sneaky. Peace out.